married my sister, now we're living together. Roommates-in-law.
Roommates-in-law.
Brought to you by Thom and Thim.
Thom and Thin Smith. Smith and Thiemann.
We're trying a new thing, folks, where we have a lisper for no reason.
Speech impediments this episode.
I guess that's a tad insensitive.
Oh, what a hot start. Oh, boy.
This is what we like to do. This is what we like to do, digging yourself a hole, and then you see if you can crawl yourself out of it.
You know, many say we're best when we're backed into a corner.
Hey, that's what I've always heard, dude.
When I'm backed into a corner, I will lash out personally.
That's exactly what I do. Whenever I feel slighted in the least, I go after you personally. That's always been a problem with me. Like, do you ever do it, like, in my family, whenever there was, like, a disagreement, I would always get off on what the topic of the disagreement was and just start attacking you personally.
Wow.
Do you ever do that little number?
Certainly not in families. I typically play peacemaker.
Ooh, that is
arguments.
not my role in my family. I've gotten better, but usually I'm in there being a little pill.
It's kind of my role in...
You're kind of a peacemaking guy, other than your petty little shots that you throw.
No, yeah, I make peace with pretty much every, or I try to play peacemaker with pretty much every conflict, except for if it's like a 1-to-1 direct
1v1.
I'm not good at taking the high road if it's directed right at me.
Sure. Well, who among us, Tom?
Yeah, but I think I'm like bad. I'm worse at it, like in a weird way where like there's oftentimes it's like, you know, someone will toss a little thing at me and then the response is a little bit Israel-ish.
I mean, who you talking to?
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I feel like with you, sometimes you're like, I was backed into a corner. I'm like, no one was even around.
No, you were just literally shadow boxing, and someone just walked in and got punched in the face.
Sorry, don't back me into a corner.
Oh, damn, Tim's in the corner fighting his demons again. Just having an internal struggle. Start hitting my friends.
Tim, we're going to hit the next button. All right.
Oh, sorry, man. I thought you were about to say something I didn't care for.
Oh, no. Yeah, we're getting better.
That's something I got to figure out.
We are not roommates, though.
Not even brothers-in-law. But we are fucking...
Good friends.
Good friends. Pals.
Good pals. Good friends, good pals.
Palling around
Can
Ridgewood.
I give a quick... shout out, because we did it 2 weeks ago, maybe last week, no, 2 weeks ago, to the good people of Washington, D.C. You guys are the best roommates-in-law
I think it's
supporters.
our best market.
It is our best, like by a landslide. That or Minneapolis, maybe Chicago.
Also
but
Boston.
D.C., yeah, Boston's pretty good too. D.C., though, you guys really show love.
They come out, and you know what? And then they're nice after the shows. They go, hey, I'm a pod fan.
Yeah, I didn't see them being nightmares.
No, I mean, like some people they'll just leave, and then you'll get a message.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think that I think they know that we have few enough of that we're still going to be excited to talk to them.
They kind of want to leave, but the person that does listen is like, no, they kind of
need us to say hi. They're going to be pumped. They're going to shout us out individually by name.
They already know my name. It's like we actually go into the crowd. We're like, Gerald, there he is. There's my guy.
Dude, I 100%
thanks for coming out, man.
Could have done that on Sunday. Oh man, I was being Al, our fan art
the absolute
expert
king, yeah.
He was like, he shows up, and after we're talking, he's like, dude, you had me worried on the pod. I thought no one was going to be at this show. I was like, damn, was I talking? Maybe we got to pick up our self-talk a little bit more.
Hey, Tom, we can only be who we are.
I know, but I don't think that's good branding for them to think that we're playing empty shows. Like,
yeah, but then he showed up and
that thing out.
It was Juice City.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that might be a cooler look. He's going, we probably got to go support Tom. And then he's going, what the hell? It's a sellout?
Yeah.
So what does it sound like when this guy has confidence in a show? People are around the block?
Maybe.
See?
Right. So we need to have some confidence.
No, I'm saying you're setting the bar low.
Okay.
And exceeding the bar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you were going, it's going to be fucking juiced, and he shows up and there's 8 people there,
but
that's a way tougher look.
If someone is telling me, like, hey, come to my show, I bet there's going to be like 5 or 6 people there, I'm not going, well, I gotta be 7 and 8.
Right,
because I don't want to be at a stinky poo fest.
Yeah, so maybe let's just keep it, let's not oversell, but hey, Tom, let's not undersell.
Yeah. We don't need to undersell.
What about that?
To be fair, I wasn't underselling. Tickets were bad for a while.
Here's the thing, folks. The tickets don't start moving typically until 1 to 2 days before and day of.
Well, yeah, we're not pre-sale launch.
We're not selling shows out
Yeah.
Well, wait, we're doing the thing. We just said we shouldn't be doing.
we are selling shows out. We're just our fans are,
but not
lazy.
not months in ahead. Not
I'm
months in
attacking them
advance.
now.
Yeah, it's just that you guys can't make up your minds and
It's
you do
your
it the day
guys'
of.
fault.
You guys stink. Actually, you guys rule.
No, but DC, it was so much fun. We had pod listeners out there. We had some fans. It was also fun. I had some family out there.
Love that.
And I had some,
Actually, I don't love that. I have never performed for my
yeah,
family.
no, you do hate that.
Hate that.
It was fun. It was fine. I don't mind having
What
them
with the
there.
fam?
Yeah, sometimes I just
do you
feel
give
like,
them the thing where you're like, just sit in the back?
yeah, dude, I made them. I mean, we had tables for the comics in the back, and then the room filled up. There was more people there than I thought were going to be there.
Just
The last table open was front row, and I was like, well, my family is not taking that.
Absolutely
So
not, no.
We made the comics move, and they sat in the
Absolutely
way
not.
back.
I mean, dude, there was a comic sitting front row at a show I was doing the other night, and it threw me.
Man, this has happened a few times.
I was like, hey, what are you doing?
This happened at our Williamsburg show 2 weeks ago, too. This girl, I get off stage, I'm like, that girl in the front row, is she a regular? She looks really familiar. And he's like, no, she's a comic. She's like a 7-year comic.
And what are you doing? I felt like I was like, are you like bullying me right now? Are you
Yeah,
trying to
'cause
like throw me off?
Is this person laughing?
They were having fun.
Oh, this girl wasn't.
Oh, she just up there
Well, she
judging.
was just doing the comic thing of like, she's like smiling and nodding along, but it's like, you're not
that.
cracking up.
Do that in the back of the room.
Yeah. it
While
was
you're
very
nudging your
weird.
friend and, I don't know, showing them whatever it is on
It
your
was
phone.
odd. What are the odds of that?
That's odd. The odd little insider.
Oh man,
Baseball
but yeah,
for you guys.
it was a great time. I got the. How about this one for you, Tim? I love a little curveball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to do crowd work in the hour right now because I'm like I would like to actually just see what it can sharpen down to.
Right.
So I didn't do a lot of it, but then I'm like, there's a point about 40 minutes in. I'm like, all right, we're making good time. Let's have a little fun a little bit. Shows cruising. So I'm like, all right, there's this one girl at the side of the stage, like a little chatty, really energetic. And,
Chatty with her friends, chatty
well,
with you.
she said something right when I got on stage, which sucked. And if you're listening, I love you, but this is just horrible for the confidence. There was a situation with a bug before, and during the comic set before me, a girl in the front row had a big old bug on her and kind of freaked out.
Okay.
And
It's kind of fun.
yeah, so I get on stage and we're riffing and raffing about it, having fun. We're in the oldest building
In
the
Washington.
country.
Yeah.
You've been there, so it's
Thomas Jefferson was
no
born in that
surprise to
building.
anyone that there's bugs. I'm
Right.
surprised there weren't more bugs on everyone. And this girl on the side of the stage goes, I was ready for you to catch it, like your video. And I was like, what? She's like the Fly video, which is like a deep cut. That's a 2-year-old video.
Deep cut.
Where I caught a fly on
reels.
stage.
Deep cut from reels.
Yeah, and I go, whoa, that's a deep cut reference. And she goes, oh, I watch all your stuff like all the time. Like I rewatch it all. And I was like, okay. And she's like, yeah, I watched it all like today.
You're like, okay.
I'm like, well, you're going to see a couple reruns.
So.
It just sucks because it's like I'm priding myself on the fact that probably 30 of these minutes are nowhere on the internet.
Yeah. It's like, I got some new cooking.
But the other 22 are very much on the internet.
Very much on the post. They're posted.
So it just immediately, this is a minute and a half into the set, makes me second guess everything.
Everything.
Because now you can't open on old.
Can't open on no. Then you're like, well, I also can't do old in the middle because they'll see that coming from a mile. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to close on old? I don't think so.
Or new. You don't want to close on new really either.
Yeah, she just absolutely tossed the gauntlet down to you.
It was crazy. Anyways, I asked her then later, she's having a great time. And I'm like, all right, so what do you do? What do you guys? Or no, I was like, how long have you guys been together with the guy? She's like, oh,
Some
we're not
classic
together.
crowd work.
We worked. Yeah, I was just doing my classic questions. How long you been together? Where'd you meet?
Nice shirt. Do
Hinge?
they make that
Please say
men's?
Hinge.
Yeah.
Say Hinge. I dare you to say.
Dare you to say Hinge because I got 10 minutes teed up about Hinge.
They're like Bumble. I'm like, well, the thing about Hinge is,
You're like, can anybody meet in Hinge in here? One person just, yeah, you're like, sick. That's all I needed.
yes. Making fun of bad comedians.
That's us making fun of comedians we don't care for.
Anyways, she's like, we worked together at a bar, and I was like, nice. She's like, actually, funny story.
Wait,
I was like,
hold on. I'm
uh-oh.
sorry. Did she do the thing where she said, or where you're like, you guys together, and she goes like, no, and then you like jump on that, and you're like, whoa, like okay,
Oh shit,
fuck.
he wants to fuck.
Damn, so like, do you know that dude? Because
Yeah.
like, I don't know. You probably
like-
came here thinking like, oh, comedy show, we might fuck after. Like, she's not into it.
Wait
dude.
a second, who's paying? Yeah, I did all that.
This is us making fun of comedians we don't care for. By the way,
It would be fun to do a show of we do all of the most hateable things.
I mean, that's essentially Tim Heidecker.
Oh, that's true. That's exactly.
He has a whole hour about it, which is just
you're right.
absolutely incredible.
God damn it! You're right. There's no original ideas anymore.
No, nothing new under the sun, Tom.
Fuck. Anyways, she goes. This is like in response to me asking. She said they work together. I go, where do you work? They say this bar, and then she immediately goes, actually, funny story. Last time you were in town, I was gonna come see you at Hotbed, but as I was leaving, I was like, Jesus Christ. She's like, as I was leaving my shift, I got punched in the face by this guy.
Okay,
so
that's
I
not
couldn't-
nothing.
And it's like, whoa, what? And then she just goes on to describe just like a very violent assault because she checks IDs at this bar. And it just took the wind out of the room, dude.
She's like, no, and then like the next time that you were kind of in the area, I would have come, but I was still hospitalized from getting the shit beat out of me
getting
from
some
a few
facial
weeks earlier.
reconstruction stuff, and I'm actually in pretty big debt because, if you work in the service industry, you don't really have good health insurance. Also, I have type 1 diabetes, and insulin is through the roof. She literally said that.
Happy to be here, though.
And I was like, all right, where do we... And then I just did the thing eventually. Maybe there was a couple little laughs in there. And watching it back, I'm like, this will not be posted. But there's like a couple little pops in there. And then eventually, thank you to the room. I think everyone felt it. There was an out for me to just be like, well, fuck, thanks for coming. And everyone started clapping.
Because they're going,
Let's get him out of this one.
kind of a tough prompt here.
Pull him out.
You know what I like to do in those little situations? And this is proven to be a good time every time.
Yeah.
If somebody gives me something that's a little bit insane,
Yeah.
you kind of look at them, and then you go right back into your notes, and then you go, so my girlfriend was saying, and you just completely go, and that gets a nice pop every time.
That's really fun.
Because people are in the audience going, oh, she got the shit kicked out of her? Like, where's the riff here?
Yeah, I threw two out there that were they were making fun of him for not saving her. You know, I wasn't gonna go at it.
It's not her.
I was like, "What? You never taken self-defense?
Like, you can't
class?
take a fucking punch?
I did ask why she didn't have mace on her, and she's like, "I didn't know he was gonna punch me."
Yeah, which is fair.
Such a fair question.
Why didn't you have
'Cause it's
mace?
also-
It's
I didn't
basically-
say it like
Tom,
that.
You're like, well, what were you wearing?
Yeah,
honestly?
be honest. Were you asking for it a little bit?
Jesus Christ.
It wasn't like
Why
that.
didn't
I
you
asked
have
if she
your mace?
ever carries mace on her, to which she responded, "I didn't know he was gonna punch me." But
Kind
also,
of an all-time
a
line.
great
from her.
response.
Yeah,
A killer
I mean, that
response.
one, did that get a pop?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It really made me laugh.
Okay.
Because, like, it is funny to be like, it's fucked up because, like, even if she had mace on her,
What's she gonna do?
that does nothing. Because it's not like anyone who walks up to her, she's just like, what? What do you want?
What's up, dude? Yeah, go ahead. Try something slick. Got this mace right to your dome. Yeah, it's like a mace is it's all kind of just, it's all reactive. There's no real proactive thing out there.
Yeah, I don't think it's also like a quick draw. I think you gotta like
Take it
unlock
out.
it.
Well, you gotta pull all your keys out because it's attached to your whole key. So you gotta dig through your purse and get it, and then like turn it to the.
Will
It's
you
like when
just
you're
wait
trying to
before
get
you hit me again?
the ibuprofen bottle lined
you
up,
gotta
and you're
push it
doing
down?
the Indiana Jones where
Yeah.
both of you have to fucking to get the rock to whatever it is. So you're getting the nuclear codes where both of you have to press the button at the same time. So you're getting all this in, and meanwhile you're on the ground with your orbital bone shattered.
Yeah. You've got a boot coming right to
Yeah,
your dome.
and then you're
for
like,
the third
fucking try it
time.
again.
I got mace on
I
me.
dare you, dude.
Did you even know that I had mace in my pocket? This stand-up comedian told me to get some.
Yeah, mace. I don't
was
know.
really
I think
helpful.
you got to have that one out cocked. I feel like that's for a dark alleyway, not just
Right.
not just hanging around and then get absolutely
Not like at
clocked
your
in
job.
the dome. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that's brutal. Did you get in? Did this guy serve any time?
He's in court right now. This was like 8 months ago, and he's still.
I mean, I hate
She
to
said his full name.
love that.
Tyler something. He lives in Arlington, Virginia. He's 6'2". If you meet a 6'2" Tyler in Arlington, Virginia,
Stay clear
yeah,
or get your mace out.
get some mace. Hit him in the face for us, if you will, because she might listen. I think she does listen to the old.
Wait,
pod.
did she give you any deets on why she got absolutely clocked?
It was. She did tell me a reason. It was something very dumb. It was a drunk guy. I forget what
women?
it was. It was like didn't get into the bar situation. Got bounced. She's running the door.
Why is she running the door?
Well, I think because I kind of asked that, and she kind of dodged the question. I was like, "You're bouncing," and she's like, "Well, I'm checking IDs." So they probably have a bouncer. So he probably did get like.
But I guess if you're gonna choose, who am I gonna fist fight here? The bouncer or the door gal?
I'm hitting the door gal in the face. I'm
not you, not Tom.
No, I
but if you're doing that math,
fly.
you're going, who can I win?
Yeah, this former college athlete or.
He's also like, well, the bouncer's clearly got mace on him, and this chick she's got zilch.
She doesn't have anything on.
I get a free one.
She's
on
got
this
tickets to a comedy show in 20 minutes. But yeah, she got the shit kicked out of her last time she tried to come see me, and she came back.
She came back.
Kind of fun.
And she got a little crowd work moment out of it. Won't be posted, but
no, it will not be posted. It was
kind
pretty
of a
dark.
little too dark.
Pretty fun though.
I mean, those moments where you do. I mean, I was living in this moment on Monday, where you're just you're like, this is choppy water, and I'm having a good time.
Well, yeah, it's especially at a show. Tim did our weekly New York show, which is always sold out. It's got usually
wall to
about
wall.
120. Just this week was a weird week where there was 9, and Tim. It is fun because everyone on the show, I actually really appreciated it. All the comics, it was all pretty good comics. Everyone was just like, we're going to have fun with
It's
this.
fun, yeah.
And then it's a fun show. All those people had a blast.
Yeah.
By the end of the show, they were like, this is great. There's 2 girls that never came around. But the rest of the crowd all fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Because it is, if you just live in it and have fun.
Right, this one's gonna be odd. And I'm just going to live in how odd it is.
You said something that really made me laugh about. It was when you tried doing the porn stuff and they got super weird.
Oh yeah, they tightened up.
Well, they're
nice and quick.
23.
They're 23.
What is that about? If you're 23, tell us if you watch porn.
But
if you're uncomfortable talking about it.
Do you think it's the thing? Because remember when you were 23 and you would see someone in their mid-30s and you would go, that's a 900-year-old person.
Yeah, I guess last year I did look at you as a pretty old guy.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of these 23-year-olds watching a man who they perceive to probably be their father's age talk about porn, and they're going, what? Like, I don't know if I'm
That's
loving
true.
this.
When I was 22, I made out with a 35-year-old lady, and I was like,
And you were like-
I hooked up with a mature woman.
Yeah, you were like telling your boys, like, fellas, you got to sit down for this.
That's a good point.
So
Yeah.
I think it was just like, because when I would go back into just like the goofy stuff, like it was fine.
Yeah, they just clammed up on porn.
I think they were just like, oh, Jesus Christ. And I thought I would be okay because literally the girl in front of me was talking about like her pussy and she was really diving in there.
Yeah.
She was saying some wild stuff.
Butthole, I think, mostly.
A lot of butthole.
Yeah, a lot of hole talk.
So I was like, oh, this will be fine. I don't really like, it's not explicit material.
No.
And they were like, I'm sorry, sir. It was a bunch of young women.
Sorry, you want to do it again next week?
Yeah, no, I'll be there for sure.
That'd be huge.
I'm just going to leave out that one little joke.
I'm actually counting on you being there. So if you're in New York, you'll get a little roommates-in-law co-host situation.
Damn, a little
in
1-2
Williamsburg
punch.
on Monday.
Damn, you want to see the pod live?
Absolutely. Get out there.
Come on to this shit.
Absolutely. All right, we got a great zero nomination.
Yes.
Can we read it?
Get in there.
This is from Mr. Fan Art himself.
The king.
All right. He was at the show, by the way, in DC, and he goes, I figured you spending more time with your family is more important than me telling you a zero nom in person, so here it is.
Which, by the way, great read.
An incredible read. He's the king.
A phenomenal decision you made there.
He's the man. That's a hero of the week.
Yeah,
move
that's just absolute. You nailed it so hard.
I mean,
instead of telling
walking
you
through a
in
zero
person,
pitch, because also at the end of an in-person zero pitch, you'd have to go, will you send me that so that I...
Well, yeah, I was about to say, because
remember
like you're like, I can't make a
I didn't
calling
take
on
any
that right
notes.
now. Yeah.
I don't have Tim here. Hold on, let me get Tim on the horn. All right, so we went to a soccer game, and the crossing guard, not a cop for what it's worth, is ruling with an iron fist.
Love it.
Couple tries to go through her. She gives a forceful get back on the sidewalk. She didn't say fuck, but her tone had like 10 fucks in it. To me, she's doing her job to facilitate 20,000 people going to the same place all at the same time. I'm okay with the authoritarian rule. 40-year-old white woman next to me sees things a little differently. 10 seconds after the crossing guard laid down the law with the first couple, this zero nomination grabs her son's arm and tries to go against the crossing guard. Once again, crossing guard dominates the situation, yells the woman back to the sidewalk. Yells the woman back to the sidewalk.
I was just
is
about to say-
phenomenal word.
Brother, what the hell?
This is-
I was like, when you finish reading this, I am going to say phenomenal writing.
Yeah, this is so
I'm
well
like
written.
in. I'm fully in.
Yeah. The zero spends the next 30 seconds chirping the crossing guard, and the crossing guard is returning serve. Finally, the zero says to her son, "That's one mean lady." The quote-unquote mean lady made me need... her saying mean lady made me need the zero to get some negative social feedback. So I hit her with a quick, "I think she's just doing her job."
Big.
Which was met with a sarcastic, "Thank you." And that was the end of it because we were only stopped for like 45 seconds before the crossing guard let foot traffic go again. Thoughts on the move of hitting someone with the most simple comment to let them know not everyone sees it their way? First of all,
I do have some
Great
thoughts on
submission.
this. I do have to say, easily the most well-written zero submission,
both long and succinct.
and every detail was necessary.
Yes.
My man got in there,
this is
return
so well
serve.
written, you guys.
We absolutely love that.
Everyone else step your fucking game up.
It was great. It was like a nice, well-written. I was like, I'm into this.
Yeah.
And I do have thoughts, but go ahead.
Well, I kind of want to address... Do we want to address the zero first or the question about the making the comment?
Let's go zero. No, let's save zero. So the question of making the comment, I think that's a dealer's choice thing. Am I going to say something? No, because to what end?
Here's my thought on it. I think it is the simplest way. Remember how I was like, there's a simple way to feel amazing about yourself is to give up your seat right before your stop on the train.
Sure.
You just give it up one seat early. It's actually no sweat off your back, but you do look like a hero to the rest of the train.
But you know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is another one where this is the simplest way to do something good is to let them know, because I think you phrased that part well too. Is the most simple comment to let them know not everyone sees it their way. You're not being like, "Hey, you're a fucking idiot."
Right.
And I think you're a bad person. You are just letting them know maybe somewhere in her brain an hour from now, she's going, I was being a little much.
Maybe
That guy
overreacted
seemed
there.
like he was not on my side.
Maybe I overreacted there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I kind of thought this guy next to me would have been in the same boat, and he wasn't. He
Yeah.
was chill with the crossing guard.
Right.
So maybe...
She was ruling with an iron fist.
Yeah, which... That's crossing guard is a similar job to service industry. It's like-
Absolutely. It's a thankless job.
yeah, you can't. No one's like walking by. You're doing awesome.
Like I got no hate towards the comment. I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, there's just too many crazies in the world. And if I pop a little, hey, what do we do? This lady might punch me in the break my orbital bone.
Pull out some mace.
Yeah, just absolutely. Like people are just nuts.
Yeah.
So like I'm just not gonna stick my neck out for seemingly no reason at all.
Yeah, especially this is like a public area where like a fight is not like insane. Because the only place that I do this, where I make the comment,
is Delta.
is boarding
Yeah.
a Delta Airlines flight. Actually, I've done it. The first time ever was the Spirit flight.
Yeah.
But that's the only place I'll do it because no one can like attack you in the airport.
Yeah, there's never been a fight in an airport. Everybody's playing it pretty cool, calm, and collected there.
Well, it's like there's like I'm not gonna get physically attacked.
Sure, somebody might get a little cute.
Yeah.
Somebody might chirp back at you. But like out in the world, it's a soccer game. People are drunk. People are crazy. This lady might go, "Hey, this guy fucking," and yell at her boyfriend. He comes over. Like on something that small, I'm just letting it go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think this is a little secret hero of the week move though, because it's also letting the crossing guard know you're not alone.
And I do like the idea of him planting a little seed.
Yeah, just not everyone sees it that way.
Hey man, I don't know. I think they're doing
I
fine.
think she's just doing her job.
Here's where my big issue comes in, and this is where I'm calling it a stone cold zero.
Yeah.
Is you have a responsibility to teach your kid how to behave
I had the
in the
same
world.
thought. God, we're synced up today, Timmy.
And you just cannot be berating random people doing their job with your kid around because your kid doesn't know any better, and they're going to think that's how you behave.
That's how you treat strangers.
You just don't do that.
If they do something that you don't want, even though, and he's not going to understand why there's a crossing guard.
Yeah, like, oh, you're just here to fuck up my day?
Yeah, you're just here to be mean to my mom.
You just suck. You're not even a cop?
Come on.
Like,
Get a gun first, not just that mace.
Like you do have to, when a child is present, you got to recalibrate your behavior.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And we all do that when there's a little kid around. If maybe you say fuck in your daily life, you're not going to say fuck.
Right. So maybe you're not rude to a stranger getting paid $12 an hour.
Hey, try to teach your kid how to be a good person.
We know about raising children.
I'm currently uncle of 2.
Yeah, I got like 7 or 8.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
See, we know.
We know these things. And she'd be on the chopping block for 0 without the kid.
For sure.
Because that's just like that's one mean lady. What the hell?
And it's like
You don't want to be called mean. That hurts.
It's zero behavior as it's the kid that really just pushes it right into, because sometimes when you're in a crowd, people are just dicks and you're like, I can't really clock that.
Yeah.
It's the kid around. Mm-hmm. It's like, you ever seen somebody just be a complete dick to a waiter and their kids are at the table and you're like, buddy, what are you implanting in this child's head?
Yeah, and what does the home life look like?
Yeah, it's dark.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's really, really dark. Yeah, I mean, I'm going stone cold 0 on this one.
I have another nomination that might contend with it, but we'll save it for a little bit. We'll revisit 0.
And I have a hero nom.
Is it for yourself?
You better believe it is, Tom.
I think I might have heard tale of this.
You better believe it.
Let's dive into it.
It's
Timothy.
a hero nom of myself. And hey, folks at home.
I think this might be a first time hero of the week self nom.
Self nom.
We've had a lot of 0 of the week self noms.
I have several of those. And you folks at home, you know how I feel about myself. So
yeah, you're not throwing yourself hero every week.
I don't even pat myself on the back ever. So Lizzie and I are out for we hit a couple of daily walks.
Love it.
We got to get out into the sun. We got to feel alive.
Yeah.
Got to get our steps in.
Have to.
Tom?
Yeah, sitting's the new smoking.
Maybe. Damn. That's big. Mm-hmm. It's true, too, right?
The problem is I love both.
I love you. I like to sit and smoke.
We can do them at the same time.
So Lizzie and I are hitting a little walk around the ridge, and also you do have to let the people see you. As the king of Ridgewood, they need to know that you're around, that you're involved in the community, that you're patronizing the businesses.
If you're up in the keep all the time, rumors starts to spread. They say,
Yes.
I heard he's actually not doing well.
That's how dissent starts. That's, and then oopsies, now I'm being overthrown.
Look,
it's a whole
you've
thing.
been usurped.
Yeah, it's over.
I've been watching
Coup
Game of
alert,
Thrones
dude.
again.
Coup alert.
There we go. That would not be coup. If Tim.
Oh, damn it. Boy, that one's so dumb. It's a home run.
So fun. That would not be coup.
That would be fun if that was like a dictator's last words. And this
Hey,
is
guys,
not coup at all.
Not coup.
And he's kind of looking around like, it's not bad.
Come on.
Nothing?
Head gets blown off by the air marshal.
Boy, that was stupid. So we're out cruising and we're crossing the street. Lizzie's on my left side, and a car is making the turn, and I kind of, you're looking around at the cars.
Yeah.
Lizzie's just enjoying life. I don't know, looking at a bird or something. So she doesn't see this car coming. And Tom, you know how people are like, they always assume how they would react on D-Day, or like,
Yeah.
people always have these thoughts.
We've literally
talked about.
we've made a sketch about how we would behave in war.
That's true.
People have talked about it. We've
actually
written
made
a
art,
lot of
dude.
comedy about it.
So it's nice to know what your actual fight or flight instincts are, because the car just kept coming. So I just grabbed Lizzie. She doesn't know what's going on. I don't even know how I grabbed. She had like bruises all over her arms and stuff.
Whoa.
So I just grabbed her and like tossed her behind me, and like kept this moving, and like yelled at the car. The car stops like right in front of us. Saved her life
Wow.
on instinct.
Wow.
What the hell?
Kids still got it.
I mean, that was huge.
I mean, people have been talking. He's been up in the keep. He might have lost a step. Think
I lost
again.
A step or two. Think again,
Think
folks.
again. He's got twitch reflexes.
Absolutely sharp as
Twitch
a tack
muscles.
over here.
Dude, well done.
Dude, Lizzie was like, you just saved my life.
Wow,
And hey,
it's fun to
folks.
see a little romance 12 years in.
I mean, brother, if you want to get laid like you've never been laid before in your life, folks,
Lizzie's 12 feet from us right now.
save your girlfriend's life. This is the thing. I think ladies like to see you be a man every once in a while.
Yeah, and they will one day.
One day.
One day they'll see me be a man.
Well, I mean, trust me, Tom. I'm over here with some of the softest hands
Yeah.
in existence.
Yeah.
You know, I got my moisturizers.
Yeah, I'm just buying flowers. That's what I do instead
Yeah,
of saving lives.
But they like to see you do something. I might
all right,
just-
I'll try. I might shove my lady into traffic and then pull
Well,
her
that's
back.
what I was saying. I was like, I'm trying to find. He's like, this is a pretty busy street we're on. I'm like, I wouldn't worry about it.
Go ahead and walk. I'll be right behind you.
Okay, toss his blindfold on. Just go ahead and head out into the street. Play a little Frogger on this highway.
Lizzie's walking away. You've written on the back of her shirt, "Mug me."
I'm just like honestly looking. I'm like under the sink. Like, yeah, this all looks pretty good. Hey, babe, can you hand me that torque wrench from your toolbox?
And then teach me how to use it, please. I could use it just a run through.
But I mean, Tom, I can't tell you the relief of knowing. Now I know how I would react. I did the right thing.
I mean, this does wonders for the mental health.
Oh, brother.
And it's going to put off therapy for another 6 months.
Oh, I'm going to the gym far before I'm going to therapy now. I'm good to go, folks.
I love how it's always a potential thing. I'm either going to the gym or I am going to go to therapy.
And it's always kind
and
of
those are
threatening.
flip-flopping.
You keep it up, Tom. I'm going to hit the gym.
You keep trying to get me to better myself. I just might do it.
I might do it. Yeah, keep it up, Tom. I'm like pissed at you. I'm like, yeah, I'm down at 6% body fat, you fucking dick.
Yeah, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, it's your
Good. I'm proud of you, Tim.
This
Yeah,
is-
I bet you are.
This is good news. Yeah, I'm seeing a therapist next week. Oh, I bet you'd love that. Wouldn't you, Tom? But I mean, I just can't tell you the relief. Now I know I would have been a hero in World War II.
Yeah.
I would do the right thing in every single circumstance.
Well,
Tom, come on.
would you have?
I don't know.
Because it's like this is the love of your life.
Yeah, but it's a
Would you
fight
react
or
the
flight.
same way? Yeah, but would you react to this the same way if Johnson was next to you in the pit?
Come on,
and
those
there
are
was
my
a-
brothers in arms, Tom.
I don't know.
I went through training camp with these guys.
But also,
Those are my
you know
brothers.
he's said something at some point about your hair or something
yeah, he was
that
like,
stuck
damn,
with you,
it's kind of gray for, I mean, we're 22.
and you've held on to it since boot camp.
And I'm just like,
And then there's a grenade next to him, and you go, I might just look the other way.
hey, Johnson, look out.
Hey, Johnson, you want
say-
to know something cute?
say it
You're
under
about
my
to
breath.
You're about to get blown up.
Hey, Johnson,
Oh, no.
there's a grenade right under you. Oh, he's dead.
Hey, Johnson, there's a grenade right under you.
Well, I guess I'll take his ammo.
And his snack. I don't think he ate lunch yet.
Thanks for the honey bun,
His lunch
Johnson.
somehow doesn't get blown up.
Sandwich is perfectly intact. I'm like, damn, these fucking lunch boxes are airtight.
Yes, I love. We could have just.
Why
thrown
aren't
a
we? Why are our whole
grenade in
uniforms
there.
made of this lunchbox? You're like, hey, officer.
You're going around.
You're like pitching a big
collecting all
idea.
all the lunch boxes. You walk into the head officer's tent covered in lunch boxes. You go, what do you think?
What are we thinking about this?
Kind of an Iron Man in the cave situation right now.
Mobility's not great. I will give you that.
Walking like you got a big old dump in your pants. Man, my niece, I spent the night out at my sister's in Long Island last night. My niece and I were playing, and she's reached the age where she's been pretty good about telling people when she's got a stinker in her pants.
Love that.
But we were playing, we were having so much fun, and she they hate getting their diaper changed. So she just held on to it. She didn't tell anyone. And then all of a sudden she starts crying because she's like, my bottom hurts.
Oh, she hit the chafe button?
She had poop for hours, and then it's so funny because the rest of the night she's walking around like she's in an old western,
Just hear spurs clinking.
and she doesn't want to like admit that she's in pain. And so she's just waddling around. It was making me laugh so hard.
Just a Jewel-Osco bag goes floating by. There's another deep cut for your ass. Yeah, that absolutely rules.
Oh man!
so
Well,
that's-
hero of the week. I think that's a stone cold hero.
I mean, I put I put her life ahead of mine, Tom.
yeah,
On instinct.
and you nailed it.
God, it's so big for me.
It would have been bigger if you got hit by the car.
Yeah, it would have. It would have been really big.
And it wasn't like a life-changing injury, but like you got a little dough,
A little
and,
something.
like an overnight in the hospital.
And then they're going, "What happened?" I'm like, "Babe, you tell it."
Yeah,
I let her tell it because
the
then they're
story
gonna,
gets insane.
Well, she undersells it, and I keep trying to be like, "Well,
Oh, yeah,
actually, no."
He was
so
going,
I grabbed her.
She's
and-
like, he was actually, the car was stopped by the time it actually hit him. He's going 35. Easily.
no, he was flying. It was going to be you or me, and I said, it's going to be me because I love you so. Why aren't you making me look good right here?
You left out the fact that whole speech I gave right before it happened.
Did you hear any of the music playing? Yeah. Did you hear any of
I
that
heard music.
inspirational
They're like, Tim, you have CTE.
What are the odds of that? Another deep cut. How about more inside jokes that nobody else gets?
That could be good. Boy, I watched a man.
Uh-oh.
This is not a zero or a hero. This is just a fun character I saw
Lay it on
in
me,
life
Fat.
last week. I was at a show at New York Comedy Club, and I think you can show the feed if you want.
Yeah, I'll just like Tootsie the whole camera.
For our
realized that.
YouTube videos, you guys are lucky. You just got a sneak peek at Tim's feet.
Little
He
taste.
charges $6 a month for those.
I know, and I'm making $0 a month.
Yeah, someone's coming around.
I got the Tootsies aren't great.
Have you ever gotten a DM for feet pics?
No,
Oh, it's coming.
huge.
I think they're fake, honestly, but
I think they are too.
because I'm like, you don't actually want.
Well, you can clock a fake one versus.
I
a
think
real
I've gotten
one.
like one real one. Most
feet.
of them
I don't understand the feet thing.
people have insane foot fetish.
I know, but I don't there are
I don't get it
fetishes
either.
that I'm not into, but I can wrap my
You
mind
understand
around
how
it.
it's sexual.
Feet.
Yeah, feet. I've never
feet. I
really
can't
gotten
get there. I don't know what it
Feet are
is.
stinky.
Yeah, I don't like it like at all.
No, neither do I.
Okay, so this guy.
Anyways, this guy, I was at New York Comedy Club, and I'm sitting in the back corner. I'm kind of anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
It's the small room, what is that, Gramercy? And so it's me, and then it's like this guy at a table probably 6 feet down, and then there's one more table in the corner. And this guy is an audience member, and he's like definitely just high out of his mind.
Sure.
He's laughing like a little late, and he's like, he said something out loud once, like a heckle, but like definitely didn't mean to, or immediately took it back, because then the comic was like, what? And he was like, he didn't say anything.
Yeah,
and I
just
was like the only one who knew it was
Right
him.
back into the show.
He was so scared. It was so funny. And then he goes up to go to the bathroom, and comedian Sean Patton had come in and sat down
in his spot.
on the other table on the other side of him from
Okay.
me. So the guy comes back in from the bathroom and then sits on the wrong side of the table, and he's like a little too close to me, or he's just closer to me than he was.
Uh-huh.
And he sits there for a second, then he looks at me, and then looks back at himself, and then looks back at his table, realizes his drink is now like 3 feet away from him.
I like this guy.
And he kind of gets up, and then he like sits back down because there's a comic on stage, and I see him just wanting to go back over to that side.
You see the math happening.
And then eventually he does, and completely overcorrects, and is now sitting thigh to thigh with Sean Patton.
And he's like, oh shit, my drink is still too far away from me.
He because he could have scooted just on the bench.
And you're fine.
And instead he got up and walked around the other side of the table and sat down like so close to Sean. I wanted to talk to him about it so bad.
Yeah, this is a guy, he's just a little too, I don't know what he's on, but he's just a little too turned
It
up.
looked like just weed. It was just like really in his head.
Yeah, the almost get up and then the not, the yell out and the take back. That's classic. I'm too high in public behavior.
Yep. And then I see Sean kind of looking at him out of the corner of his eye, like, this guy definitely just sat way too close to
fuck
me.
is this guy?
And then he does like the slow scoot back to his original spot.
Because he sat there and he goes, too close.
I'm way too close.
Too close. But I can't do it right now because everybody knows I think it's too close. This poor
So I have
bastard.
to sit here for a second. I was like crying laughing.
This
by
is
myself.
full edible
Yes.
that hit, and he didn't know what he was taking.
Edible
and
hit
it's-
in a big way.
in a big, big way. I do love this guy. Because it seems like he was a nice guy.
Oh, he had no ill will. That's why it's not like a zero or anything, and not even a loser.
No, it's just a fun
I
guy.
just saw a guy having a little high breakdown.
having a moment.
I almost said something, but I was like, "There's nothing good I can say that's not just gonna sound like I know you're high."
Also, he's just gonna it's not gonna hit his ears, and he's gonna go, "Oh, this guy's riffing with me." He's just gonna go, "What?" And then you're gonna have to repeat what you
I've
said.
just been watching you for about 30 minutes.
Yeah, I've seen you go 0 for 7 in your last 7 decisions. So I just wanted to mention that.
My guy is putting up a goose egg in the decision category.
Absolute. I mean, that's not Hall of Fame numbers.
He got swept by the room.
Yeah, he got swept by his decisions.
It was so fun to watch.
It is fun to see someone's decisions go to a 7-game series, and it's just you get swept every single game.
This guy was 3 rounds and he got knocked out. I mean, it was really not even close.
Yeah,
the overcorrection is just so fun to see because it's so visible. It's such a visible fuck up.
See, what I like, the one that I relate the most to is sitting closer to you and then going, no, this is too close. I'm going to get away as a comic on stage. I'm going to sit back down.
Yep.
That one I relate to quite a bit.
Yep.
I have so many false start decisions where I like when you're in public and you do it and you know when you like take a step towards a direction, you're like, actually, I don't want to go there. So then you kind of shift back your weight on the other one and then you're just kind of in no man's land. And you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
I'm just kind of rocking right now.
Just make a choice, idiot.
Yep.
God, I hate that feeling. Brother, I hope you came to. Hope you got some water in you.
Yeah, he
get
needed a
home.
little Wawa, maybe a snack.
He needed that couch. You know when he hit the couch, he was like, I'm home free
Thank
now.
God. Oh, my God. I was sitting so close to that comedian.
People on the couch are like, this isn't your apartment.
He's on the train.
This is actually a CVS, dude.
Sir, this is a CVS.
Tom, I had
God.
another classic. I'm not even going to chalk this guy up to a 0.
All right.
He is, but it's just another learning moment for anyone that's ever going to go to a comedy show.
Okay, here we go.
This guy's sitting front row. You know when you can see it in their eyes that I'm like, this guy's up to something. He looks pretty eager.
A little, shit sniffer.
Yeah, it's something going on. He's
I
not
don't really
just
know what
like,
that means, but
it's something.
okay.
They're not. It's like everyone else. You can see that they're sitting there ready to receive something.
And he's like kind of ready to deal something out.
He looked like he was ready to give a little
I know
bit.
exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
And I'm going, don't love that. So, you do the thing where you're like, I'm intentionally not going to look at this man.
Yes, he doesn't exist in the room right now.
But you know what? This guy's just going to shove his way in. And he's saying some stuff, and none of it's like, I wouldn't even categorize it as heckling.
Okay.
He's just saying stuff.
Responding to premises.
He's trying to get the attention on him a little bit, and it's a little bit annoying. I teed off on him a few times, got a couple of nice pops, so
Nice.
wasn't all the way upset with him.
Huge.
But then after the show, he comes up and he's like, hey, he was absolutely tuned up. And I really bottom. Thanks so much. He goes, yeah, I'm just trying to I know you guys need the audience thing. So I was trying to be like witty and clever.
I
and,
hate this so much.
give you guys a lot of stuff that you could work with and blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, I'm not having this conversation.
Nope.
At all. Because this goes back to your bud, to our king, Al saying the thing.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I'm just not going to say the thing.
Well,
there's no winning.
This is a little different.
But I think it's a similar thing of like, okay, do I address what's happening here and try to point this guy in the right direction? Or do I just say, great, and keep it moving?
If it's a certain level of drunk, there's nothing you can do. I will say, I'm inclined, if it's someone like who's like explaining that they intentionally behaved poorly at a comedy show,
Which he did.
I'd have a hard time not being like, hey man, don't do that.
I was like, brother, fantastic. You drilled it.
Hey, we don't actually want that though.
Yeah, I just gave him a
You can't
nice...
hit him with that?
Well, what I did was I hit him with a pretty hard pat on the shoulder. And I said, I'll see ya.
All right, that's fine. I mean, because also if he's like that tuned up, it's not like he's gonna be like, let me learn something.
The
from
boy
this.
was pretty blasted.
Yeah, all right.
And then so I kind of brushed
Kind
it.
of loser behavior, honestly.
It was true stinky poo.
Yeah.
So then I see him, he's just kind of, he wants to have this conversation. So he's like kind of eyeballing another
Just
comedian.
go to the next comic. Oh,
And he
no.
goes to the next comic, and I'm like, oh, thank Christ. And now I hear him going, yeah, if you just like slowed it down a little. Now he's giving,
notes. Oh, 0. This moved into 0 territory.
Oh, that actually, I forgot about that
Yeah,
detail.
that's
He is
stinky.
full 0. And I don't know if this other comic said something, but that's one where I don't know if I would be able to keep my composure.
Yeah, and that would no longer be a simple comment to know everyone doesn't see it that way.
That's where I'm like, brother, if you don't have mace on you right now, you're in a lot of trouble. Keep it up, dude. That orbital bone is mine. He was, if you just slowed down a little. And I'm like, maybe I should have said something, but I didn't really feel that bad. I just kept it moving. But, bro, hey, look, if you're going to do I'm trying to help the comedy show thing. Don't.
First of all.
But for certain, don't critique. Don't give the comic notes.
Don't follow it up with, here's how you could be better.
Yeah, if you're going to do anything, and don't do this either, toss a tag.
Yeah, just don't.
But don't do that.
No.
But certainly don't critique.
Feedback is almost never wanted. Your feedback was you being there. It's the laughs in the room. We know how we did.
That's what we want.
What bums me out about this guy was probably drunk enough where he's gonna wake up the next day and be like, God, I made friends with all those comics at that show last
We should
night.
probably head back to that show. Those guys were like chill as hell. We had a good time.
They loved like all the notes I was giving them too. I think I've got kind of a great comedic mind. I have a natural thing for stand-up. No, you have a natural thing for gin martinis, you loser.
Yeah, and you just interrupt a thing that we all worked on for years of our lives. So maybe cut that out.
Oh, yeah, I hate this guy. I'm kind of getting pissed.
It was the notes were crazy.
Notes is not all right.
Kind of slow it down. I mean, that's a critique of someone. That's not a one joke thing.
No, that's like, hey, your whole he's like, hey, I was hammered. I was having a hard time following it. It was moving a little fast for me, right?
I am 9 or 10 drinks in, and I've got thoughts. I mean, just insane behavior from this man. So, if you're listening to the pod, I told him about the pod. Never come back. No.
Yeah, I was like, all right. He's like, actually, I'm going to talk about your notes on the pod this week. You should listen.
No, I don't know. That guy. He has real estate in my head right now.
Yeah, I mean, I hate this. I'm feeling pure hate. I felt it today too. I got one more zero nom.
Toss it.
And then we got to make a ruling on this week's zero of the week.
Sure.
It was on the way here.
Oh, it's just happened.
This has happened 2 weeks in a row now, I think. Maybe it was 3 weeks ago.
Some train shenanigans.
Train again. Guy leaving. Oh, no, I guess it was on my first train this morning. Either way. Guy leaving the station is reading and walking.
Okay. Reading his phone, reading a book.
A book.
Okay.
Which, first of all,
no, you're not.
Who is that for?
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
It's you can't you can't follow the words.
In a New York City subway station?
Let me guess. It was what was it? Infinite Jest?
I couldn't
it was
actually tell. It was like a small book. It might have been like a prayer book. I don't know.
It's like a novella. It's like you're still not interesting.
It was so small. I think it was Green Eggs and Ham. It was this guy. He was like doing it in a way that was so performative. It made me walk behind him and follow him. It made me be like, I gotta watch you for a little bit.
I also feel like I can picture how he was walking. Was it kind of a slow, smooth walk?
Yeah, so slow. He's trying to read and not throw up from motion sickness.
It just makes no sense.
I mean, I've never understood these people. I've seen read walkers, and I don't get it.
It's the equivalent to the guy that gets on the train, pops his book out, and then gets off at the next stop. I'm like, what? You got a half a page in?
Toss some headphones in. Listen to some Drake.
What are you doing? Tommy Richmond just dropped new.
So he's doing this. And, okay, read walking in the park. I was thinking about this. I've seen this where it's like a wide open path. It's like, maybe that works.
Yeah, I can see that.
But in a New York City train station, it goes back to George. We live in a society.
Yeah.
You have to be aware of your surroundings. Otherwise, this is why you move into zero territory. That's gross negligence.
It's
for
rude
everyone
as
around
hell.
you. You're walking so slow. So he's moving so slow, and I'm kind of staying behind him because I was trying to see what book it was,
Sure.
and I kind of want to see him. And we're getting on the escalator, and there's a guy in a rush because we're in New York City, and everyone's in a rush.
And it's a weekday in the middle of the day.
And this guy reading the book is getting on the middle of the escalator.
Oh, so you can't even scoot by.
And this guy brushes by him and does kind of hit his elbow at a decent clip.
Fine. No problem with that.
And he goes, whoa, why the rush? Says, why the rush?
Oh, okay. I mean, I hate this guy.
In a tone that was like, don't we all have a lot of money?
Yeah, it was like, what, you have a place to be? On a Wednesday?
It was insane. And then I had to stand behind this guy because I had a suitcase.
What was this guy wearing?
He was wearing a suit. Like a light, like almost a linen suit.
Early 50s? Mid 40s?
Yeah, I would say, 40s, 50s.
Huh. Interesting.
Like,
why the rush?
why the rush? And the guy just didn't look at him.
Of course he shouldn't.
But I was like, oh, I mean, to be cocky about this behavior is that's where
absolutely
you're
insane.
zero.
Because it's also like, hey, a good man, you're on the fucking subway.
You're leaving the F stop right now. Just put the book away for a second.
Literally everyone's in a rush.
Yeah, don't be. Oh yeah. Also, yeah.
You're on the
subway. How are you cocky?
Yeah, what are you talking
You paid $250 to be here.
Yeah, this is the guy that's cocky in the fucking Blink Fitness gym, and I'm like,
Yes.
we all paid $10 here.
We all know how much. Yeah.
I don't know. I really do hate this guy quite a bit. I wish you could have followed him longer.
I know.
I wish
was in
you
a
could
rush.
have.
I had places to be.
You had places to be. I
Yeah.
wish you could have clocked his day a little bit more. Maybe at least gotten the book. Maybe it was a book on like how to not be a prick, and he was only on chapter 1.
He hadn't gotten there yet. The last chapter is like, don't read a book in the subway.
And he's oh no.
Oh fuck.
This got to be in the prologue. What the hell?
Oh, maybe we should put out a book. Tips to not being a zero.
Avoiding a zero.
Whoa.
That's not bad.
Did you guys buy a book?
Did you guys
No,
buy a
They don't know how to read.
Come on, now we have short. What?
We got a couple that can read.
I
Al
know
can
our-
read.
Al can write.
He's got to write the book, honestly.
Tell you
Actually,
something.
this is our new fan art request.
Yeah, an
write
entire book of how to not be a zero.
like a nice, tasteful coffee table book that you
'Cause
could
know
also
what?
read on the
A man
subway.
that writes like that does read.
Oh, 100%. I think he's very smart.
There's just no.
Despite listening to us for an hour every week.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Maybe he's got.
Every once in a while, it's kind of like a Jane Goodall situation. You got to live amongst them.
And I think it
That
is
was Goodall, right?
the
She
monkey
lived with-
lady.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, good.
You gotta come down and see what the primates are up to.
Uh-huh.
And he's going, yeah, no, I like that these guys are having fun.
Yeah. They seem to think I'm a genius, so...
He's like, it's just Photoshop. It took me 5 minutes. We're like, how did he make the weed
Holy shit.
purple? Dude, what? He's like, yeah, it's very, very simple.
So
No,
what do we think for a ruling here, Tim?
I mean-
between the three, we've got
Who we got here?
crossing guard lady with her son.
Yeah.
We've got one mean lady. We've got so what was the other one?
I guess guy in the
What
front
was
row
yours?
at the show.
Oh, front row guy. Yeah, I have a couple notes. And we have book on the
And
subway.
we got book on the subway guy causing a bunch of ruckus. Here's where I have my ruling. Do you have yours?
I do.
So I'm going with the crossing guard mom because this is generational bad behavior.
Yeah, she might be creating a new zero.
She's
right now.
creating a new zero
Yeah.
where her parents probably behaved shittily, and now it's your job to stop that behavior. She's passing it on to a new generation.
Front
So-
row guy is maybe creating less zeros because everyone else is seeing how he's behaving,
And they don't
then
like
Tim's
it.
teeing off on him.
Yeah.
and they're going, I'm not going to do that.
I'm with this guy.
Book on the subway guy, everyone just hates him. No one's going to start doing that. He
Yeah.
didn't look cool enough for everyone to be like, I got to do that.
I got to do a little more of this.
So that is true. She's putting more potential zeros out.
Those
into
other
the
two are a
world.
little more benign than this. This is some real. The cancer's spreading.
Yeah, this is malignant.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
cancer. So I'm going.
All right. Yeah, I know. That was my.
I'm
ruling
going.
as
She's
well.
the worst. Now I am the most annoyed by Bookman.
Yeah.
I am the most annoyed, but I think that one's just
less
it's a more
harmful.
concentrated. It's less harmful.
Yeah.
You know
Agreed.
what I'm saying?
I agree. 100% I do.
You can't be passing down annoying shit behavior to your children, folks. You can't do it.
No, we had a couple good sets of parents on us too, and look at us. We're perfect
Look
human
at us.
beings.
I don't have anything wrong or weird going up inside of my brain.
Uh-uh.
Healthy as hell.
Yeah.
That's why I might go to therapy someday.
One day after you maybe go to the gym.
After I might go to the gym for like 8 minutes.
You were at Jim Smith last year.
I know. We just moved away from it. Now I'm not walking all the way over there, Tom. What the hell do
Just
I
hit
look
the
like?
jog button.
I've been hitting I mean, I do walk like 80,000 steps a day.
Yeah,
but that's a little like 80-year-old man
I
workout.
was about to
But,
say,
like, I'm
you can't-
mobile.
When you say, yeah, but I hit my steps, that is literally what my 91-year-old grandmother
I know.
says.
But a lot of cardiologists say that 20 minutes of walking, that's all you really need. And I'm not. Hey, Tom,
Do a lot of cardiologists say that?
go ahead, look it up. I fucking dare you, dude.
Hey, I know we have at least one cardiologist who listens to this, or a resident.
I mean, Dr. Nick, give me a ruling on this thing.
My dad doesn't know.
Yeah, huh? He works with old people. He would probably know better than everybody.
Right, actually true. You should be seeing him.
Oh, come on, Tom.
Come on.
Fuck. I thought we were gonna get through the
He
whole pod.
specializes in end of life care.
I know. Hey, you're as a 30-year-old man right now.
I'm getting a
you
little
should give
cute.
me a little more respect, honestly. What the hell?
God.
Where are we at, Tomas?
I think we can wrap this up. I had
quick
one more
53.
thing I wrote down, but
Lay it
I don't know
on
if
me.
you wanna. Well, this is just a fun little adventure I had. I didn't tell you this, right, about the hotel shuttle?
Hotel shuttle? No, you did not.
Okay. I landed in Kansas City, and we're staying in I kind of love this sometimes. When it's a more interesting city, I don't, but we were staying in what?
I was looking through my notes to see if I had anything else written down. I hate to interrupt, but my note in here was saving Lizzie's life because I'm a hero.
Not because the car was coming,
Because I'm a great
because
man.
I am a hero, and that's what I do.
What an absolute! All right, I'm tossing myself in for 0 of the week now
That's
for
incredible.
that. For
No,
that
that's
narrative.
loser.
For that narrative. Yeah, that's loser.
It's not harmful.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's
Go ahead.
what isn't an old fashioned.
Yeah.
We're staying in a airport close to the hotel. Other way around. We're staying in a hotel close to the airport, and I land and I'm walking out and I see all the signs for like hotel shuttles, and I'm like, all right, well, before I call an Uber, you kind of forget
see what
so
the
many
shuttle's doing.
hotels do have shuttles. So I give him a call and I go, hey, shot in the dark, do you have a hotel shuttle? I just landed. I'm staying there. Or an airport shuttle? And she goes, we do. We don't really advertise it. And I was like, okay. And she's like, yeah, can I call you back?
What the hell?
And I was like, sure. So I start walking towards the Ubers because I'm like, that didn't sound promising. She calls me back 2 minutes later.
Can I
She's
call
like,
you
hey, is
back?
this Tommy? I'm like, yeah. She's like, hey, yeah, our maintenance guy's going to fire up the shuttle. He can come pick you up.
Tom. The exact thing happened to us in New Orleans.
What?
Where the shuttle guy, it's just Lizzie and I, and he's going, I'm not even the shuttle guy. I'm the super of this hotel.
Wait, but did you do the same thing? You called them and asked?
No, they had the shuttle, like, it was out there, so we're like, oh, does this go to the airport? And he was looking at us
Oh, it was
like,
the other way around.
he was like, yeah.
You were going from the hotel. I was at the airport.
Okay,
So I
okay.
called her. Oh, but it is the exact same thing. I called her, and because I was like, there's an area for hotel pickups at the airport. So I was just seeing, it's like a Radisson or whatever. It was like a brand. So it was like, they probably have it. Anyways, she's like, yeah, our maintenance guy's going to fire it up.
Fire it up.
Didn't love that phrasing.
Fire it up.
And then the shuttle was exactly what you're picturing.
Of course.
The noise, it was like.
And he's kind of struggling with the gears a little bit.
The gear shifting. He doesn't drive this thing. And we're accelerating to get on the highway at we're going like 12 miles an hour.
Yep.
And then finally he shifts the gear and it's like
I was about to say, that's one where you feel every gear shift. Go! You're like, yeah, we're in third, baby.
I've got a rolly suitcase. It flew to the back of the shuttle, and he's like, "Everything good back there?"
Hold on.
I mean, it's like
We're going to fourth gear.
It's like the fucking van in Dumb and Dumber. I'm just getting thrown around back there. No seatbelts on the benches.
Oh my God! Yeah, I mean, it's essentially a short bus.
And it's out of commission.
He had to fire it up. He did. I'll tell you what he did do before he did pop the hood.
Yeah,
Because he had to tinker with a few
I bet
things.
he had to put oil in it or something.
He had to oil. He had to do something in there to get it to
Dude.
start.
And it was like.
He's pulling out of the Radisson, all the trash is flying off the top of it.
Just thick plumes of black
dust,
smoke coming out of the fucking radiator or whatever. It was
Here I
so
come, Tom.
funny. And it's like an 8-minute drive. It would have been a $12 Uber. I was like, I didn't need this.
I don't know. I mean, take the shuttle. When
I loved
you
it.
can. Why
I mean,
would
I
you
was
not?
cracking up.
That's
and
so
he's
fun.
like
And,
kind of
he's-
trying to talk to me, but it's so loud.
Yep. He's also not like our guy was not. I knew he wasn't the shuttle guy because he wasn't dressed like in a
No.
uniform that was. He looked. I'm like, oh, this guy's been working with his hands all
Yeah,
day.
this guy had like grease all over his hands
Yeah.
and shit.
Just cranking up the shuttle.
I mean, and just flying.
I
He did not know
absolutely-
how to drive this thing to make you know how like people know how to drive those buses to make it a comfortable ride.
He was not one of those men.
No, dude, the turns were like, let's get this thing up on 2 wheels.
Hanging on to this one, hanging on this one. That's incredibly fun. I just envision him pulling up to the hotel, and it's like,
He peels my face off the windshield, lets me leave.
welcome to the Radisson.
I was like, woo! All right. Yeah, I'll skip that coffee.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm kind of wired right now.
Oh my god!
Appreciate that.
It was making me laugh so hard. And then on the way back, I asked her if the shuttle was running today. She's like, "No, he's not around."
He's not
I was
around.
like, yeah, no
Dude,
problem.
that's crazy. Just with like how casual they are with the shuttle.
I know. It's like that's a commercial vehicle.
Yeah, and
It's
they're just
huge.
like, I don't know. He's around here somewhere.
I don't
Like
know.
he's not
Frank,
around.
Frank, can you go pick someone up? Yeah, he sounds poor.
Yeah, he's like, he knows Ubers are like $6, right?
The way she goes when she called back, she was like, "You're never gonna believe this. Our maintenance guy's gonna fire
He's gonna
it
fire
up."
it up for you. Fire it up.
It felt like in Tommy Boy when they turned the oven back on, the fryers back on.
Oh yeah.
Let me see if we can fire those fryers back up. God, you're sick.
God, did that 2x4 to the head knock something loose?
Tommy want wingy.
Just God.
Tommy want shuttle ride.
I'm watching that when you leave. That's the best movie of all time.
Can I-
Yeah, that
can I
was
stay?
that was
It's my favorite movie of all time.
that,
So rude.
That I'm like, yeah, no, get out of here, Tom. I gotta fire up one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. No,
God.
that was a worthwhile, excellent addition.
All right, great.
I
Close
love
on
everything about it. I'm just envisioning you get picked up by like the truck and cars, that like shitty truck.
Oh, it's
that,
a
like,
bit-
used to be a tow truck.
Mater?
Yeah.
Yeah. Toe Mater? Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. All right, let's
This
wrap
one
this
was- yeah.
fucker up.
Where are you going to be?
I mean, folks,
Oh,
if I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Comedy on State in Madison, Wisconsin, June 27th through the 29th. 5 shows.
yes, sir.
Big fat Tim will be hitting the headline button. So get a little ticket.
This is momentous, you guys. It's a top 2 club in the country.
In the country,
and
folks.
It's probably not 2.
It is top 2. And,
And it's
damn,
not-
what is that?
Wait, what is
line?
it? I'm top 2,
Top
but I'm
2,
not
but
2.
I'm not 1.
Yeah.
Shout out Kendrick
know.
Lamar, the best rapper on earth. We're on the right side of history.
Yeah, we are.
And then let's see, and then where am I going to be? Providence, and then Amarillo, Texas, folks, and then some freaking Boston, and then some freaking Milwaukee, and then we're going to be at some freaking
Minneapolis.
and then some,
Oh yeah, Minneapolis. Tim's gonna be there. So we've been saying these Minneapolis shows. We're gonna be there together.
it's going to be a roommate-in-law.
We might pop on
festivity.
stage together for a second.
Damn, wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be wild? As hell?
I love that as an idea, and I never know how to make it work. But I would like to do it more. Me and Jeff did it once, and it was the most fun.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that might be clunky for a second, but you just got to figure out. It's like firing up the shuttle.
And it's a little.
Yeah, it's gonna be clunky getting on the highway, but once you're cruising, you're cruising.
You're gonna get there.
Yeah, you for sure will get
Might be a
there.
little shaken up. Anyways, I will be in Raleigh, North Carolina, and then Tampa/St. Pete's. Someone yelled at me recently on Instagram for calling it Tampa. I'm sorry, St. Petersburg. No one knows what that is.
I think
So-
St. Pete. I think they're pretty territorial about that.
Yeah, but it's like right there.
I understand. I don't give a flying hoot, but I think people.
It's like if someone accused you of living in Bushwick, still being the Prince of Bushwick.
True. And
You'd
I'm
say,
like,
no, I'm the king of the wood.
King of Ridgewood.
Yeah.
Get it right. No, fair point.
So, be in St. Petersburg, and then Orlando, and then Minneapolis and Vermont. We just added Burlington, Vermont. And I don't know, some other ones. Phoenix. They're all on somekidtommy.com or punchuplive/Tommy Brennan.
Punch Up Live.
Tim's got a link in his bio, finally.
Shut up.
I was so mad at you, dude.
I know. I can tell when I get a text like that. I'm like, oh, he's actually upset about this.
Yeah, because I was sharing your thing, and then I went to your profile, and I was like, they have nowhere to go. I was so angry. Anyways.
Because I always get a text and it's not like, hey, dude. It's like, put a fucking link in your bio. And I'm like, oh, Tom's pissed.
Sorry.
All right, folks. Tell a friend.
We love you guys.
We got some things coming down the pike that you're going to like. So
Yes, we do.
Keep listening. Bye.
Bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're roommates in law.
Holy shit.
See? Something's burning out.
No, it's not.
Smell that. You smell like
I don't smell it.